Ethan, come on.
Struggle.
Oh, this is what happens when we take a break. Well.
We lived, bitch.
Second coming of the month on the podcast. After an unexpected break, we are back. Yeah.
Yeah.
And ready to get right to flaming Ethan.
Yeah.
So tell us, Ethan, about root beer milk.
Why do I have to explain?
Please explain root beer milk.
Because you're the one that likes it.
There's nothing to explain.
Explain root beer milk right now.
There's nothing to explain.
You had a lot of words.
Bottled root beer flavored milk.
Okay.
And it's the best thing ever invented.
Yeah, please tell
That's
everyone
all
how
there
you
is to
feel
say.
about it.
It's the best thing. It's better than chocolate milk.
What were you saying it tasted
It's
like?
better than regular milk.
What does it taste like to you, Ethan?
Better than skim. It tastes like if you took a root beer float and put it into a bottle and made it less cold.
Okay.
Mind you.
So it's like a milk cold.
Have you ever gone in and you just want a bottle of chocolate milk?
No. Have you ever gone in and wanted a bottle of root beer milk?
No.
Okay.
It's the thing you didn't know you needed.
Well, all right. Was I asking for like dialogue there, or was I starting to tell the story?
Tell the story.
Yeah. So I go into Quick Trip before work one morning, and I just want a bottle of chocolate milk.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with my breakfast sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in a hurry.
Mm-hmm.
I grab a breakfast sandwich,
Mm-hmm.
and I grab a bottle of
Presumably.
Brown milk.
chocolate. It's brown milk. I'm
I
like,
think it's presumably.
it's the only stuff on the shelf. It looks the same exact as everything else. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, brown milk, grabbing it. Got to get out of here. I have to get to work.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I pay for everything. Go out to my car. I eat my entire breakfast sandwich first. So I'm at least 10 minutes away from this Quick Trip before I crack this bad boy open.
Mm-hmm.
And I take my first sip. And it felt like getting punched in the fucking balls. Literally felt like someone just kicked me in the nuts and then like threw me off the bridge.
It almost tasted spoiled, right? You thought it was,
I was like,
rotten, right?
What the fuck? This is the worst thing that could have happened this morning to me. Easily was the worst experience of my life.
Okay.
It was terrible. I wanted chocolate milk. I got something that tasted like diluted shitty root beer mixed with fucking milk. It tastes like spoiled fucking milk. So I am not a fan of root beer milk, and I don't know why Quick Trip keeps making that shit. I don't know why they keep selling. I don't know why people like you keep fucking buying this stuff. It tastes like shit. It's a trick. It's deceit because it looks like chocolate milk.
It's a trap.
We need to get rid of it.
It's a trap.
It is. This is trap milk. And everyone knows traps are gay.
Well.
Didn't we ban that word?
Gay?
Yeah.
So
I unbanned it.
It's just
Anyway.
It's just the
Ethan
meme.
unbanned it. We're fine.
That's just the meme.
You
but-
can't censor the memes.
Anyway.
Traps are gay is the meme.
Oh, sorry. If
But-
it's a meme, it's
but-
fine.
But at the end of the day, there's one major thing wrong.
What?
What?
You expected chocolate milk, but received root beer milk.
Alright, because
So you're off to a bad. You can't judge it off of an accident.
I am never going to go into a Quick Trip consciously trying to buy root beer milk.
But why? You never tried it when you're expecting it. It's like if you drink. It's like sometimes I'll grab a glass of milk on accident and I'll think it's orange juice, or I'll grab a glass of
What the
orange
fuck
juice.
is wrong with you? How do you mistake orange juice for milk? No,
I
this
will
is
get
completely
sick.
different.
It's
They don't
like,
even look the same.
No, but it is. It's the same principle. You expect something.
How is it the same principle?
If you think
No,
it's like
something
I'm expecting
upon-
this. It's bad because you weren't expecting that.
You don't look at a glass of orange juice and think, upon visual inspection, this looks like milk.
No. I'm not saying you see it. I'm saying it's in a cup, and you're just like, this is sometimes like.
This is my glass of milk.
Sometimes for breakfast, I'm drinking 2 glasses. I have a glass of milk and a glass of orange juice. My glasses aren't clear. They're
Frosted or
shaded.
plastic?
I can't see through them. So I take a sip, expecting milk. Orange juice. it's gross, but orange juice isn't in itself is not gross. It's just a mental.
That's very
stipulation.
Fair. But
you can't judge. I think you need to go on a Quick Trip with the mindset that I'm gonna want to go to here.
I'm not gonna.
With the root beer milk.
If you give me the money to buy it, I'm not gonna waste my money on that shit.
It's good.
No, it's not.
It's like the thing. It's so good because it's like if they took root beer and then threw in a little bit of vanilla ice cream, mixed it all together, and made it like still.
No, it tastes like if you took
it's not like a root beer.
It tastes like if you took a glass of melted ice cream and then added just a shot of root beer.
Exactly.
That's
it's a root beer flavored milk.
That is terrible.
It's good though. It's like a drinkable root beer float. That's not
root beer floats are already drinkable.
But it's not like
you already drink
no,
the root beer.
No, because a root beer float is you have a spoon in because the ice cream doesn't.
Because
melt.
that's how God intended it to be.
Then you can drink it out of one bottle. It's just blended up into one bottle.
That is good. That is Satan's creation.
But it's not because everyone agrees with me.
That's not true. I don't agree with you.
But you're on the minority. Everyone agrees.
I don't fucking agree with you.
There's a reason Quick Trip sells it, and it's so successful.
Yeah, because they're preying off a bunch of fucking knucklehead bozos who buy that shit.
I could literally pull up the app right now, and I guarantee you there's a deal on it right now.
No, there's probably not a deal.
Yes, there is probably a deal on it because it's not selling well.
No, it does sell well. I never see that. I see they're out, when it first came out, they were out of it almost instantly. I could not get my grubby little mitts.
I'm not gonna lie, he is not wrong about that.
I could not get my mitts on a root beer milk for the longest time.
For some reason, there's a bunch of fucking people that just scoop that shit up like it's gold.
So many people bought it. It was gone, sold out, rare.
He's not lying.
Buy 10, get one free.
They have a punch card on Vanilla Ice. Whatever. Anyhow, this is going off topic, but I'm done flaming Ethan for the root beer milk.
Yep. Comment down below what you think of root beer milk.
I know people.
We are gonna remain.
Join my side.
We're gonna remain at odds. About this issue.
Milk. By me, signed by me. Sip by me.
If we get more comments on Ethan's side,
you can
have a.
We'll try root beer milk.
I will try root beer milk
without it being a surprise.
You have to expect it. It's so good. When you first take a sip, it's got a little bit of a bite to it though, because it's that root beer taste. Yep. It's that. What is that? What's in root beer?
That was the.
You don't expect the bite.
That was the feeling of getting.
Like, oh, I'm used to it.
That was the feeling of getting punched in the balls.
So it's like spice. It's sour.
Not spicy. It's got like a bite to it though. It's kind of like.
Is it like sour milk then?
If you weren't expecting it, you could mistake it for sour milk.
Yeah, it tastes a lot.
It's
like
sweet,
sour milk.
very sweet milk, sweeter than chocolate milk.
Huh.
A little bit. It's. I almost thought it was like sharp. I would say.
Like shart? You thought it was sharp?
Sharp.
I thought it tasted like shart.
I thought it tasted amazing.
What's next on our
list? It was one of the best creations ever. And Quick Trip, if you're listening,
fuck you.
I'll sponsor.
Quick Trip, if you're listening, go fuck yourself.
I will increase sales on root beer milk. 200.
No, I quit from Quick Trip and I'm never going back. What are we going next? Comic Sans or Rapper Mike?
Root beer milk. Forever.
No, we're done with that.
We're done. No.
We're done talking about root beer milk. Rapper Mike or use of Comic Sans?
Oh, well, yeah, let's talk about this. You tell the story. I wasn't even at work when this happened.
Okay.
So, should we preface with who Rapper Mike is?
Yeah, you can.
We're talking about Rapper Mike. Okay.
So, Rapper Mike is this, I'm going to say a vulnerable adult.
Well, yeah, he lives in a group home.
And he means well in work, but sometimes it can just be a bit too much when you work with him for 10 hours straight.
He also looks like a stereotypical, shorter, bearded New Yorker.
He looks like angry Ice-T.
Yeah,
Ice-T, I said this.
He looks like Ice-T, but white and just kind of angry all the time.
He's not angry.
Yeah.
He's not an angry guy, though.
He's not. He just looks really
looks
grumpy.
like Oscar the Grouch.
Yeah, he looks like a fucking grump.
But
he's a nice guy.
I guess, Ethan, did you work the day that everyone complained to Nick about something different about Rapper Mike that he was doing?
No.
So
wait, Nick?
Yeah, when Nick was supervising.
Is that your old TA?
Yeah.
Shout out to Nick.
Did you take his job?
Kind of.
Get fucked, Nick. Just kidding. He left because he has a job now, right?
Yeah.
She has a life.
Yeah. But so everyone walked up to Nick and told him something wrong Rapper Mike was doing.
That's his cat hair, Ethan.
Oh, I know.
I'll give you a lint roller after. You don't have to take it off right now.
that he was doing wrong. The thing I complained to Nick about was Rapper Mike is a busboy and he was out bussing the tables and he was just belching. Just
Burping.
Just and we're like
without any sort of
anything, and I was
mitigation.
just like, and I was like, oh my fucking god, no way, like this is. And he did it a couple times before I said something to Nick, like Nick,
there's no way this is real.
I'm like, Nick, Mike keeps burping out on the dining room floor. You need to tell him to stop. So then Nick pulled him out to the side and was like, Mike, like I know that sometimes like people burp, but like. You gotta really try to hold it in until you get to the dish pit because, like, customers are complaining. And then Mike turns to him and says, sorry, Nick, just sometimes I gotta fucking burp.
I thought he said it more like, oh, shit, man, I'm sorry. Sometimes you just fucking gotta burp.
That was more accurate.
That
was more, yes.
It's like you walked through the door right there.
Like, apologetic, but, like, sometimes you just fucking gotta burp. You know?
Exactly.
And then Nick just was like, okay.
Like, what do you say to that? Like, he's sorry. He's not trying to do it, but he just doesn't.
He just can't help it.
He's not all there.
Yeah. Humans burp,
So then one day, Ethan took the summer off from work, cut back because he was doing his research project, and he comes back. And he had you worked with Rapper Mike before this?
No. Maybe once.
But you didn't interact.
No, I didn't interact with him.
So Eddie, the prep cook, tells Rapper Mike that you are.
That I am a. Well, what happened was it was a normal day. Normal day at work. Everything's normal. I'm just doing my job, minding my own business, and. All of a sudden, Rapper Mike, he starts talking to me, and I'm like, let's talk back. I'm like, whatever, okay, I'll talk to you. And then I'm like, man, and he keeps saying hi to me. He's like, how's it going? He tried to do some handshake with me. I'm like, I have no idea who this guy is. Why does he know my name? He knew my last name, I thought, too. And I'm like, did I hear my last name? And so I'm like, okay, so what's the deal with, why does he know, what's he talking? So I asked, that's the supervisor, Felicia. Why do you know what? Why does Rapper Mike know my name? Like, what did I do? And then she busts out laughing because she knew that apparently Eddie had told him that I was a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh my god.
And isn't he afraid of you now?
Yeah. Now I've started playing along, and he's like, because he's like,
no. So Mike won't fuck with you.
No, he says I don't want to. He's kind of scared of me, I guess, almost not scared of me, but he's like we're chummy. Size. We're like friends now. He's like, I think I don't know. For some reason, we're talking about having a fight after work, and he was like, I wouldn't mess with that guy. He knows he's a black belt. And I'm like,
oh yeah, I overheard that.
You're right.
Like, oh god.
You're right.
Oh boy.
And he calls him, what does he call you, Jiu-Jitsu dude?
Yeah, something different. It's different every time. But I just go along with it. And we're now best friends.
Jiu-Jitsu dude.
God. I'm trying to think of what else he did that was just bro. Oh man, what was it? I can't even remember.
Sometimes he walks around with a big.
How about the thing where they drop the plate and he's like, Mike, can you clean this up? What?
Oh yeah, so Tommy was just kind of having, I think it was right before school starts, so he's struggling to fill the schedule and everything, and Tommy's apron caught a soup cup, and Mike from across the restaurant was like, wasn't me, I didn't break nothing. And then everyone's just laughing.
All the customers are just
all the workers besides Tommy are just laughing because we're just Mike, obviously it wasn't you. The customers are just huh?
I forget people can't see my facial expression.
and then Tommy's face is just very unamused, just Mike, can you please clean this up? Go grab a broom for me. I have to run food out. And then Mike's like, wait, clean up what? And then Tommy's just clean up this mess. Clean up what I just broke. He's like, oh, okay, boss.
Boss.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Oh, and then, oh, man. I don't know if I told you this, Morgan. We had to talk to Mike about not calling Felicia a certain nickname.
Oh yeah,
What?
I did.
So, okay, you know...
So, you say it.
You know how Felicia can... Maybe you don't. I haven't told you this. She, like, really likes cleaning. Make sure everyone cleans everything.
She's good because...
Okay.
Yeah, she's a good supervisor. And
No,
she's,
she's
like, getting
fine.
after Mike one day. Like, hey, you need to clean. Like, if you're not gonna, like, be doing your job... Like, if you're not gonna be bussing tables, you need to find something to do.
You got time to clean.
Basically is Felicia's mantra.
Uh-huh.
So then... one day when I was supervising, he was like, hey, so, is the cleaning Nazi here today? And says it, like, super effing loud.
Super loud.
Just, like,
Oh my God.
And it's, like, 3 o'clock, and it's, like, dead in there, so you know everyone heard
And
it.
there's it's like empty.
And so I was like, her name is Felicia, and no, she is not working today. And he's like, no, but, like, is the cleaning Nazi here? And I'm, like, sitting there, and I'm like...
Again, just as loud.
Yeah, and we're like, Mike, no, stop saying
And
that.
I'm cringing.
Yeah, and we're just like, I'm like, Mike, that's not appropriate. And he's like, well, I'm just saying she's good at her job. And we're like,
That's not
yeah,
what
exactly.
that was intended to imply, but alright.
And we're just like, Mike, let's just call her Felicia. He's like, okay, just saying she's good at her job. And we're like, Mike,
We're like, we
get what you, yes, but don't say that.
especially so loud right now.
Yeah.
Especially when there's only a few customers and there's not enough background noise to mask it.
Also, I like when he walks around with like a big dip and
Does he chew
Yes.
at work?
The fattest dip.
The
Oh god.
fattest.
Like half a tin.
Like his lip is like almost curling out because
he
he has
and
such
Greg
a...
haven't talked about it a lot.
Oh god. He's just like
he's really
He packs it
really
in
packed
thick.
a fat dip.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
he's like falling out of his
Almost,
Just
honestly.
kidding. Not really.
chewing tobacco fucking everywhere.
Oh
Love it.
god. And then I love it when he's walking around the back, like in the dish pit with a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. I'm like, Mike, go outside if you're gonna do that. Otherwise, like, you can't just be walking around with a cig in your mouth.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Good times at the
At the bridge.
with him. Oh, it's a good time.
Rappa Joe may have left, but Rappa Mike's keeping the
Oh.
Rappa
He's
name
keeping
strong.
the party strong back there.
Maybe Rappa Joe is an old coworker, and Rappa Mike was Rappa Joe's old roommate, so that's why we call him Rappa Mike.
Yeah.
To keep...
Keeping the Rappa lineage
In
alive.
between the change, it was dead back there. We needed him back. We needed someone like Joe back.
Yeah. But now Mike is just crazy.
He is insane.
Like, at least
Insane, yeah.
Joe
Insane,
liked
awesome.
dishing, whereas Mike liked bussing, and Tommy...
Remember how Mike like cried because you were asking what his phone number was?
Did I not... Did you... I don't think you were back yet. So, Mike was, like, calling in sick, presumably because he was in the doctor, but from our understanding, he was trying to get people to cover his shift, and he said he was just going to call in if he couldn't find someone. So then, after doing this, like, 4 days in a row, he was taken off... He was, like, Bridgman's fired, you know, for a week. And then he walked up to me as I was supervising, and in the middle of, like, let's say an ice cream rush at, like, 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I'm in the middle of making a malt, and he's like, hey, so do you know if any busboys are looking to get their shifts covered? I'm like, sorry, Mike, like, I don't know anything about that. Like, I don't know anything. And he's like, okay, well, can you let him know? Like, I'll pick up any shifts, like, anytime, like, even, like, 8 a.m. And I'm like, okay, like, do you have a phone number that I can, like, if someone's asking, then we can put it out on the Facebook? He's like, no, I had to turn my phone off because I didn't have money to, like, pay my bill this month. And I'm like, okay, like, do you have a Facebook that we could maybe, like, add you to the group and then you can, like, contact people? And he's like, no, I don't have a Facebook either. I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, Mike, how am I supposed to get a hold of you if someone, like, wants their shift covered? And he's like, well, do you have the number to the group home? And I'm like, no. And he's like, man, Britta, I can't believe you do this to me. I just got back from the doctor. I thought I had cancer, and you're not helping me. And then starts crying.
She started crying.
And mind you, this is in front of the malt machine. So, and everyone, like, was watching me as I'm like, because he yelled it. And I'm like, Mike, like, I'm trying to help you. Like, I can't.
Literally just
Whoa.
asking how to contact you. I'm not even giving you a hard time.
I'm like, Mike. And so then he went over to Augie, the other Michael, and he's like, Michael, you work this weekend? Give me your shift. Please, please, please. Let me work, please, please. And I'm like in the middle running a malt, and I almost like set it down and be like, you need to leave. You're not working right now. Like, this, no, you're not begging people for money, begging people for shifts. This is not appropriate. But then Michael, like, just gave it to him.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I'm like, oh God, well, whatever, I guess.
Now he's back.
And now he's back.
Better than ever.
Back and working 5 days a week.
It's beautiful.
He needs to work stable.
He does.
I mean,
It's good seeing him there.
I mean, it's good for you because you're not supervising.
Exactly. Little chit chat. Little. How's it going? That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Do you want to?
I remember he came. I remember when he first came in to get an application. I was there, and
Wait,
I gave him the application.
Tell me all about that.
I don't even really remember. Like he's like.
It probably was mildly uneventful.
It was really
oh
uneventful.
man,
Basically,
I really wish
like,
it was.
He was like, I don't know. I don't even remember what he said because I really didn't know who he was at the time. He's just some guy. So I was like, okay, yeah, here's an application. And he's like, you got a pen? I was like, gave him a pen, and he's like, you got a place I can sit down and fill this out? And I was like, yeah, I guess. He's like, you mind if I just take a seat in the restaurant? I'm like,
Fine.
it was like slow enough. I was
Yeah.
like, sure, whatever. And they went in there and filled out his application for like 30 minutes. Took him a long time, but he got it.
It's front and back. Oh, poor Mike.
But he did it, and then he got hired.
Yeah.
And I was involved in the process.
There you go.
If I wasn't there, he probably would have got his application.
Gosh.
You want to tell me
Shout out
how you're
to you, bud.
how you're now tied up with the Macedonian mob?
Yeah.
That was the Greek mafia.
Something like
Under further investigation, it's a Northern Macedonian mob.
that. Macedonia is just north of Greece.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
I know. I know basic.
Okay, Mr.
I know
Geology
basic
expert.
Southeastern European geometry. I mean,
Geometry.
Oh, tell me more about the southeastern geometry, please.
Oh my God. Okay, so
Square.
Your mom. Okay, have you ever been to Superior Family Diner? It's over by VIP, like next door.
It's in the back of the Android Hotel on Tower.
Nope, I've been to the VIP.
Okay.
Not that
So it's a restaurant and it's like open 6 to 2. It's like breakfast and like some lunch. And it's owned by what we thought up until.
I mean, good enough guess. Couple of Greek guys.
Yeah, a couple of
We
Greek
didn't know
guys.
their names or how to look them up on Facebook.
They don't sell euros or anything.
They have a lot of
Like lamb.
dishes with like Euro meat and
like,
tzatziki sauce.
And very good, very homey.
But that's like the only like food on their menu that isn't American food.
Yeah, it's
very like Greek food.
It's very Americanized, like.
So I figured I'm like, these guys must be Greek.
Yeah. So we went in there. When was the first time they? No, you weren't with.
I wasn't with the first time they asked you where you were.
So it was a busy like Sunday. It was my sister, my brother, and I, and we were just sitting eating. And there's like an older brother and a younger brother. The younger brother is the one that wants me to work there.
Mm-hmm.
And he walks up to me. He's like,
well, I think the older brother obviously does too. He just doesn't do the talking.
He's not as forward. So he walks up to me and says, "You're a server, no?" And I was like
that?
Yes.
Yeah, they have an accent.
Oh.
Yeah. They very much English. They don't. They're not very great at speaking English, which is fine.
They speak slightly broken English. With
So they're definitely okay.
With a medium thick accent, like you can understand what they're saying.
Gotcha.
And I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I know. And we're like, yeah.
How does he know that?
I don't know.
We don't know how he found this out.
Well, and so then I was like, yeah. And he's like, so you want a job? And I was like, no, I already have a job. He's like, I know, at Bridgman's.
How does he know this? What?
Yeah, we're like...
And I was like, no, like, I'm a supervisor there. I make very good money. Like, I'm happy with my job. Like, I don't want to leave. And he's like, okay, well, remember us. And I'm like...
Oh my gosh, that's like mildly threatening.
And he's like, okay. And then the server, like, drops off the check, and he's like, no, this one on me. And I completely is like like I was like, what the fuck? Like So then
you come back the next day.
well then Brock made the joke, he's like, we should eat here every day. And I'm like, oh my God. So then a couple weeks later
go back.
Well, we do go back with my family.
So what drove you back? What
Because they're just nice
Free
people.
stuff?
They well, free stuff. They're nice people. It's family owned. It's just, I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
I feel like that would scare me away. But
The thing is, it's weird. It's not like threatening the way they like bring this up.
they
It's-
know way too much about you.
Yeah,
What if
but
I
it's-
walk in there?
It's almost
Like,
like
they know me too. Do they do background check on me?
it's like,
Take a blood sample.
because it wasn't a threat. It's like they're stalking you to
Chloroform.
try to give you a job.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I
but
guess it's-
why? Why do they know where you work, and why do they know your
Well,
occupation?
so from my hypothesis is there's a Greek family that comes into, or what I presume was Greek, maybe they're Northern Macedonia, whatever, that comes in, and I always am serving them, and the dad is always says, you know what I like, because he doesn't have great English, so and luckily I do know what he likes, and his wife is like from either Jersey or Boston, somewhere on the East Coast, and she has big hair, and she's always like, she talks like Linda off of Bob's Burgers, and I'm like, they're just like recognizable, because I know I haven't served them, the people from Superior Family Diner, before, so I have a feeling that they probably either know each other or are related, and they're like, yo, if you need someone.
Well, because there is a Greek Orthodox church.
I still don't like that.
You don't-
It's so weird.
There's more, Ethan.
Okay, well, let's.
You know, they might be really
All right,
like,
let me
connected
hear
through
this.
that Greek Orthodox
True.
church.
That's true. I didn't even think of that.
Hmm.
So then, Morgan and I went on Sunday this week.
And they were being very nice to us.
Yeah, just nice. They're always nice to
Yeah.
us.
But like, they were obviously being extra nice to you compared to every other customer. in the
I
restaurant.
am a queen at that place.
We
I'm
sat-
sorry.
So we came in and we just sat down at the first booth we saw open.
And it's like the size of. There's like booths that are like around the size of 60, so like 6 people booths.
Big boots.
They're like king booths, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we sit there, and the older guy is like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, but could I ask you guys to move to that smaller booth back there?" And you know, we're like, "Sure, whatever." Like he's like, but then he keeps on justifying. He's like, "You know, it's very busy, and you know, this
Yeah.
one fits you better, and also closer to me, better service."
Mm.
Yeah.
And we're like, "Okay."
Okay, that's where we're like,
Like,
we're
I should
fine.
is that a good line?
Better service.
Yeah, well, first you have to develop your like Eastern European accent,
And become extremely charming.
Mm.
Mind you, okay,
up your charisma a little bit.
their charisma are very high. Their style is very high. They're always wearing like Oakley like button-ups and like slacks.
They
and
wear very slick clothes
Yes.
for working in a restaurant.
And mind you, they both are bussers.
Are their hairs greased back?
No, the younger guys maybe. a
But
little
how's their
bit.
hair?
The older one doesn't have hair. The younger one is like it's
Black,
black.
Mm-hmm.
kind of up in the front,
Oh, yep,
Yeah.
up and then back.
and then
it's
it goes
it's
back
like-
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah,
like
yeah,
greased
yeah.
back, but it's up.
It's like,
and then
yeah,
back.
yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm picking them.
Yeah. So then,
I like that.
the
Very
younger,
stylish.
yes, they're very stylish. The
Mm.
younger guy walks up to me and he's like, "Oh, how's the job going?"
Yeah.
I don't like that.
And I was like, "Oh, good." And he's like, "Busy?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Is today your day off?" And I said, "Oh no, I work at 2." And he's like, "Oh, okay." Like, what? You know, that was the end of the conversation. And then I go to work, and around like 7:00, Jake Amendola seats them in my section. I turn around and they're just there.
You really dox that guy. First and last name. Yikes. Sorry, bro. You're not listening, but you kind of just got exposed right there. So,
To who? Her sister?
to everyone listening, all viewers,
Everyone
we
listening.
know this is gonna blow up. So,
Oh my
All 4 of
God.
you.
F in the chat. Anyway,
So then I literally like turn and I look, and then turn and look again because I couldn't
Double
believe
take.
they fucking were there.
Like, why the fuck?
Because I've never served them. I'm like, how the? There's no way. I'm like, what?
you told them when you were.
Yeah, I know, but like I forgot that at that point.
Oh,
So I was
and then
like,
you were
I was like 12, maybe like 10 hours later.
yeah, I figured.
So you're like, oh.
Yeah. So then I run over. I'm like,
Hi.
hi. Like, what are you guys up to? They're like, here to eat. I'm like, oh, did you like request my section? He's like, oh, but of course. And I'm like,
Oh,
okay. And then they both get the salmon salad.
It's like
the most expensive thing on the menu.
Yes.
It's the most Greek thing. Oh, no, actually.
No,
No.
it's not. You literally have Greek
items.
dishes.
I know. I know. That was a joke.
And then,
Kind of.
you
But
know,
it is very Mediterranean.
It's Mediterranean as well.
and the whole time they're like staring at how I'm like serving my tables to like make sure like, oh, do we really want her, if we do, to work at our restaurant? So
They're like getting the scouting report.
Yeah, they're
Like
literally
scouting
scouting.
people.
You're like being scouted
Jay.
right now.
I'm like, Jay, watch it. Like I'm
I'm being scouted.
I'm
right
being
now.
scouted by it, and so then I
Yeah, I might need a raise.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm getting offers. I'm being scouted. I might sign a contract. You know.
So then, you know, they're getting ready to leave.
Can I ask what the hell you're doing over
I'm
there?
gonna show Ethan.
Oh, it's in the drawer.
I'm looking.
The
What did
shallow-
they leave
the
you?
shallow
What
room.
did they do?
So then he's like, I leave you good tip. I leave you my card. Pleasure doing business with you. Call
No,
me.
business
if you need
transaction.
anything.
Call me if you need anything. So at first I like
Oh
look
my
at it like
God.
this, and I'm like,
She didn't notice that there was anything written on the back. That's
So-
just their restaurant's
No
card.
way.
yeah.
Flip it
No
over.
way.
Flip it over.
Flip it over.
Flip it.
Flip it.
Flip
Flip
it.
I
Flip
can't.
it.
Flip it.
Flip it.
First name and personal phone number.
Yeah.
He left his cell phone number. Fadil. His handwriting is not very good, but
Could
it
use
says
some
Fadil.
improvements, but I like his fours. Right? I mean,
His numbers are good.
Yeah.
very good numbers.
His lettering.
Not the most
is-
complex phone number. I'll drop a few hints. Because they've got the business on the front.
Yep,
And,
and
you
then
flip it over.
Party in the
actually,
back.
that's a landline on the back. 715 is a landline.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm from Superior. My parents' landline has the same area code.
But my landline has 218 and my phone has 218.
It's
Oh.
Duluth.
But wouldn't they both be 715 and 715?
I don't.
My cell phone
Yeah.
is through a provider in
Duluth.
Duluth.
Oh yeah, but maybe his is from a provider in Superior.
Why would his?
Well, I don't know. Maybe.
He lives in Superior.
I guess
I don't know.
most people around
I would
here
assume it's
don't
a
have
cell
that
phone,
area.
Morgan.
Most people don't have that area code for their cell phone,
Yeah,
but
they
it
do.
could be.
Do they? I don't
I'm
know.
just assuming.
But
You're
yeah.
just making shit up.
So
I see
Maybe-
more
maybe.
phone numbers than you see.
Yeah, I suppose.
So, all in all, for a little bit, I was very stressed about running into him, like, outside of Bridgman's. 'Cause I
Just
was
like, are they just always stalking me?
Yeah.
Always watching?
I was getting... At first, I was like, oh, this is, like, almost endearing to know that I'm, like, this good at my job that someone wants me to work for them. But then I was like, this is also weird.
Little creepy.
A little... Like, I was a little creeped out, but Morgan and my mom and Annika... Calm me down.
Yeah, I don't think they're actively stalking you, and even if, like, they're just always keeping tabs on you, I feel like it's more watchful and protective than it is malicious.
It's
Thoughts?
weird.
Thoughts? Oh, it's weird.
Yeah.
Thoughts, Ethan? Is that it?
Yeah.
So yeah. And then the reason that we joke that it's the mob is that I looked him up on Facebook, naturally,
Mm-hmm.
and he has all this like nice cars, like very nice lavish things, and I'm like,
Yeah.
how the hell do you have like
All this money.
Like what kind of car?
a BMW? Ugh.
Sorry.
You mean, ugh.
Ugh.
It's nice cars. Not like a sports car or a
I know.
muscle car, but it's a nice car. It's an expensive
Oh
car.
yeah, it is.
You're still looking at me like...
No,
Like,
nothing.
you
I just don't
wanna-
like BMWs.
Oh my god. Were
And
you
people who
pick-
drive them.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, that's perfectly
That's besides
fair.
the point. That's besides the point.
It's
But
an
yeah.
expensive car.
It's a good car.
And they always dress nice. I was just like, are they part of the mob? Am I gonna be in the mob now?
They wear Adidas
Actually, I think so.
tracksuits.
Not
tracksuits.
Like the striped. Well, you know what I'm talking about?
No,
Like
they
the
wear.
Russians
They wear. No,
No, they wear very slick dress clothes.
They wear very nice
For work.
clothes. Yes.
But they might have Adidas shoes. I'm not sure.
no, they
And-
wear dress shoes.
Do they?
Yes, that's
Mm.
why I noticed.
I meant in the pictures
Dress
of
shoes.
them outside of work
Oh, I don't know.
on his Facebook.
Do you want me to look it up?
No.
Okay.
Dox him.
No, I'm not gonna dox him.
We already gave first name and area code of his phone number. He's doxed enough.
Good luck.
No one can find
Just
anything
kidding.
based on that.
Just kidding. Just kidding. That was a joke.
Okay.
It's pretty cool though.
Do we want to real quick talk about you and Ethan breaking up?
Yeah, that's why.
You have to explain because I'm confused.
Okay.
What do you mean you're confused?
I
You
don't
were
know what's
part of
going
this.
on. I know.
So.
That's the problem.
Oh my god.
Did you accidentally?
That's the problem. I don't remember what happened.
I think we just drifted apart.
It's because I worked a lot and I wasn't at work.
You left for your research.
And I stayed.
Went on to bigger and better things.
Yeah.
Quit doing the pod because you were, always
Busy.
busy.
Yeah, I was home every night, but yeah, I was busy doing bigger and other things.
Yeah, we weren't as important to you.
Home every night, but when we tried to plan the podcast, you just didn't say anything, and then you were like, "Yeah, I'm working."
Yeah,
Well,
Yes. I honestly need proof.
This
need to see
happened.
proof.
This happened.
This happened.
Let's see the proof.
All right, I'm gonna read it.
I want dates,
You want dates? Okay.
timestamps.
Podcast. Okay.
Gotta scroll past all the memes.
Okay. So, August 6th.
I was out of town.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, I was.
How
No.
does Wednesday night work for you at Morgan for the podcast? Because I asked you,
Oh, wait.
does Wednesday work? And you said yes. And then I put it in the group chat.
Oh, yes. How does... Okay, I have an explanation.
Oh, no. Let's.
All right,
finish-
let's
finish
keep reading.
this up
Keep
first.
reading, but I have an explanation for this.
So then Morgan said, I'm not sure yet, but I shouldn't be home super late or anything. 7 or even 8 works to start the pod, right? And then a couple memes. Bitches suck
Because
my
Ethan
dick.
just didn't say
Wait.
anything. Oh yeah, the SpongeBob one.
And then
Love it.
Ethan never said anything.
Assuming affirmative because he didn't say a negative.
And he did say to me that he wanted to do the podcast
Yes.
on Wednesday.
Yes.
So then
And I'm like, yeah, that's good.
the 7th, the next day, Morgan said Morgan said to Ethan, no podcast tonight. I'm going to be home late from work. And then Ethan says, I work tonight anyway.
Yeah,
Then why did you say Wednesday worked?
because I have the explanation. You said this, and then I was like, okay, I'll just work then. So I accepted it because someone was wanting to get their shift covered.
You
so I was like,
literally
okay.
took a shift that fast after I said that you could instantly reply with, I'm working anyway.
I didn't necessarily reply.
It was almost instant.
Did I?
Yes.
Oh God. I actually
It was
remember
literally
this now.
a minute later.
Wait, whose shift did I take? Give me 5
Phoebe's.
seconds. I did.
1,
Okay.
2, 5. And then that's
Wait. Okay, I'm checking. Hang on, guys. I need to hang on.
After
Let's
this
scroll a
incident
little bit.
is when we just quit trying to plan the podcast.
What?
It seemed like Ethan
Yeah.
was done with it.
Nuh-uh.
We thought you were like breaking up with us.
It was just one time.
It was the entire
I didn't understand.
It was the
I
entire
didn't think it was
summer.
that big of a deal.
It was the entire summer.
But we never even talked until this day
Exactly.
because I was busy and you were busy too.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, let me see this.
You just said you were home every night.
I
Yeah.
was.
Ethan, you're like hurting our feelings right now.
I'm sorry. I'm so heartless.
But
Okay, so here's what happened.
Oh, gosh,
Okay, I
okay.
remember now. So essentially, someone needed their shift covered. I felt so bad because they're a nice person, and I was like, okay. And it was like getting late. It was like 10:30, and they needed to know because I was like, oh God, I'm like, oh, I haven't worked all this summer. And I usually tell people, oh, I can probably cover your shift. I was like, I remember I had probably told this someone, I guess I told this person I could cover the shift. And I was like, I could cover their shifts if they needed, if they asked me first, because I'm usually free if you check the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess what happened was it was like 11 o'clock.
What, did you double book yourself?
And you guys were like, and I was like, I didn't know if the podcast was going to happen or something. And then I was like, if I don't get a response, I'm just going to take the shift. So then I took the shift, and then you guys were still trying to plan the podcast, and I was going along with it. And then you said you had to work anyways. So I was like, oh, perfect. I work anyways.
So you were just counting on us bailing.
Yeah.
Ethan!
And what if we
Essentially.
hadn't?
If we hadn't, it would have been awkward because I would have been at work and not on my phone. And you guys would not have been able to
Ethan,
contact
you're
me.
actually a turd.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's kind of a toad move.
That is a huge toad move.
No. I just couldn't. I had to take it.
Then why didn't you
I
say
think
that?
I'm trying to think of what was going on at this time.
Literally, why wouldn't you just say I took a shift?
I don't remember. I can't
Ethan,
justify it
literally,
anymore.
that time of my life was probably one of the worst and stressful.
Oh my god.
I'm not even being
This
joking.
is like one of the best times of my life. I had just finished the research project. I was going on vacation. I was like, sure, I'll take
Literally?
a shift. I ain't got nothing.
Literally, it went like this. Do you
This
know
was
what?
me.
I don't know what that means.
Happy.
Oh my god. You know what, Ethan? I'm gonna just expose myself on the podcast right now. Legitimately had to the next day after that. I was like, that's why we canceled. It was not because Morgan worked late, it was because I was literally so stressed I couldn't do it.
You want to edit that out? I feel like that's a little too much.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
We can probably edit that out.
Too real.
I don't know if you want that on the podcast. This got
I
a
think
little too real.
I think you don't want
This
it
is
on
a
the
little
podcast.
too
You
nice.
don't want it on the podcast. You don't want to look bad. You don't want to look bad.
I have all the...
You've been exposed and you're like, let's just take that out.
I'm exposed for being a terrible person.
Let's just take out the part where I get exposed for acting like a douchebag. She's
No,
licking the
it's
cat
not.
food
It's
bowl.
not my fault. I couldn't... You got... No.
What do you mean it's
Not
not
your
your fault?
Shoot.
It's entirely your fault.
We gotta... Oh, we should probably edit this out.
Oh my god.
This isn't bad. This is...
That's real life, Ethan.
Let the record show I did nothing.
Let the record show you did nothing wrong. Yeah, sure, but
I'm
that's
the
not
judge.
what the record's gonna
I'm the
show.
judge.
But outdoor light on for him.
Oh yeah, probably. Ethan, you're just mad that you just got...
I didn't know.
I didn't know.
I just
Physically
thought it was
shit.
memeing around. Well, no, what happened was I was like, should I, like, I needed to know that night, and it's like, oh, do I get the podcast? Do I do the podcast, or did I tell her no? And I was like, please help, and it was like 9 o'clock, and I didn't get a response until almost 2 o'clock that next day in the afternoon from you. So then by then I had already taken it.
I don't believe that.
We can't edit this all out.
I prefer Luna to cats. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
Hi, Luna.
So that's what happened, and I was like, I already took it. Because I felt bad, because I was like, oh, they want to do stuff with friends, and it's like, I don't have anything to do, really. And because I don't even know if this is like...
Step over, BB.
I don't remember. I don't remember why I justified it.
Because you wanted my life to just suffer.
Well, I didn't want... I was not trying to make you suffer.
It was supposed to be funny.
That's
I'm
not the
sorry.
goal.
24th. Oh my gosh, we've messaged a lot since the 6th.
The 6th was a whole month ago.
Yeah. 9.
No, it's the 5th today.
Come on.
For another 2.5 hours.
3.5.
Okay, here.
All right. Well, yeah, that'll get edited.
So I'm an intern. Am a great person, best person, I think. Maybe People Magazine.
Yeah, we're gonna edit that out too.
What's...
Hopefully the audio didn't like corrupt or anything for like the last 15 minutes explaining how great I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anywho, so Ethan got jealous that I said to a coworker that Jude was my favorite busboy because he misunderstood and thought I said my favorite coworker, which Jude is not my favorite coworker. He's my favorite busboy.
Mm.
Jude is just this 14-year-old that wears a polo and is just a sweet kid.
Mm-hmm.
And
So Ethan was gonna be beefing with a 14-year-old.
yeah.
Yeah.
So then
We ended the beef though.
yeah, that Jude doesn't know about.
Jude was never aware of the
That's
beef.
okay.
And then you
It's better that way.
befriended Megan and then stopped talking
I did
to
not.
me.
Wait, whoa. Go back,
like-
go back,
you like got real-
back up. Let's back up the train. What?
You started getting really chummy with Megan and then stopped talking
What?
to me because
Whoa,
you got
whoa.
jealous. Yes.
Whoa. Show me.
Oh, he's coming back to being exposed. He's gonna want to edit this out too.
We won't have to edit this out, or maybe we can. I'm always chummy with everyone.
Yeah, but then you were
Yeah,
like,
but then you stopped being chummy with her.
yeah,
I didn't.
yes, you did.
Did I?
Yes.
Not maybe subconsciously, but not consciously. Not on purpose. It was accidente. Un accidente.
That's not even Spanish, is it?
Un accidente? I mean, it's Spanglish if it's not Spanish.
It's Spanish. Trust me, it took 4 years.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
And then
Annika, corroborate this for us
yeah,
if you
let
can.
us know. But and then I told you, you like said something like, no, I said Jude's my favorite busboy, not my favorite coworker, and you're like, oh, okay, and then you became friends with me again.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That's not actually what happened. Yikes.
How are you yikesing at stuff that you
did.
Because I don't
As if
remember.
you don't remember. Were you on like a massive bender or something? Jeez.
What?
What?
Yeah, you a bender
What
like
is a bender?
drinking.
Where you,
Oh,
where
no, I
you
don't
just
drink.
spend weeks on end blacked out drunk because life sucks
Honestly,
and you just
who
want to
knows?
forget it?
I don't know. No, that's not happening. I don't remember that though. I was friends with you though.
Yeah, you weren't as chummy though. You were like hanging out with Megan, going to Valley Fair with
We
Megan.
never did.
Yeah, well, you
That
talked
was a
about
lie.
it. Why did you lie about that? To make me feel like shit?
I didn't say that to you. I said so we're gonna have to take someone's shift.
Oh my god.
Whoop, exposed. Shoot. I bleep that out.
No, we're keeping it.
I think that one should be bleeped out.
No.
Ethan's the one in charge of
We made up a lie.
uploading
We were
it.
like, we're going to Valley Fair. And it was like, yeah. And I thought we were actually gonna go.
And then you didn't.
And then we didn't actually go. That would have been a bad idea.
But yeah, so Ethan and I are now back together as friends, and we can do the podcast. We've hashed it out.
We've ended the summer of beef.
I didn't even realize that happened.
How did you not even realize that was happening? You're
How
part
do you
of
just
it.
subconsciously cut someone off
I
for
didn't
an
know.
entire summer?
I would never.
Well, you
Or
did.
maybe I did. I wouldn't do it. It might have been an accident.
I mean,
I know I did,
From
but I would
when?
never.
what?
I did not.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
For like the month of August, yes. Yeah.
I wasn't even. I took 2 weeks off to go on vacation with my family.
Luna is so happy to be back.
Are you serious?
By the way, at Annika, we have Luna.
Luna. But yeah.
Sorry, gotta keep shouting her out. She's our only consistent listener.
And the boys from work.
And the boys.
And the boys.
I don't know who.
Elijah, for
specifically.
sure.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Elijah.
Shout out, consistent viewer.
But yeah, I don't know if can we even follow that up?
I don't know.
I feel
Are we supposed to just cut it here?
I feel like we just need to end it here.
Yeah, Ethan's been roasted to shit. I think we should.
This is why I cut.
Flame broiled to hell and
Yeah,
back.
Ethan's a whopper right now.
Sounds good.
All right. Well,
I don't like Burger King, but
I think
tune in next week
tune in next week. We'll actually just try to do a consistent schedule again.
for
We'll try.
what are we gonna do?
Probably Thursdays.
No. I'm talking
Uploads.
for what the theme. We need a hook.
Need a hook.
For next week?
We need to bait the hook now.
I don't know. Listen in next week for...
More
If
juicy.
Morgan's going to drink.
Drink rip your milk.
Oh, God.
Rip your milk's the best.
I don't want it, guys.
Drink it every day. We need 2 likes.
Hopefully any...
2 likes and Morgan will drink.
No,
likes.
not likes. Comments
Fine,
in
comment.
favor
Please
of
comment
Rip Your
in
Milk.
favor of Rip Your Milk.
Please
because
don't.
it's the best. Everyone
If you don't
comment,
like
please.
it, let it be known, because
Comment.
shit sucks.
Please comment. It's
All
the
right.
best. And everyone knows it.
All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.